Welcome back, everyone, to Dancing with the Stars. Bill Nye has decided to dance despite a badly torn tendon. Before he and Tyne attempt tonight's jazz routine, here's what happened when the doctor revealed his diagnosis.
Yeah, no.
Did you fall?
No.
You all right?
You were asking him if he was okay. Why?
He tripped
Oh,
at the end.
tripped?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But you are okay?
Well, yes.
All right. The wig never moved.
Seriously, are you all right?
No.
No. Okay, well, you need to tell them. Oh, see? Yeah.
I think I tore a quad right there.
Okay. Feel it in your muscle, not in your knee.
Yeah, for sure.
I just hope it's okay.
Me too, but well, I have a bad feeling.
So, you know, what we've got is a tear through the central part of your quadriceps tendon. There's lateral fibers and there's medial fibers that are still intact, but I'm a little bit afraid that those last little bits of strands of fibers that are hanging on for dear life right now would give out. And if they go all the way, you're definitely going to need surgery.
Okay, what if I were to immobilize the knee entirely?
That's what I'd like to do.
And then create some crazy choreography, peg-leg fashion.
Do I think that you're going to be able to do much? No. Do I think it's going to hurt? Yes. Do I think that you run the risk of increasing that tear or rupturing it completely? Absolutely. Short of a wheelchair, I wouldn't recommend any sort of dancing next week.
Dancing us back into Hollywood night on Dancing with the Stars. Now, Bill Nye has been coping with a torn tendon for the past week. He's been backstage under medical care throughout the show. Right now, he and Tyne are with Brooke. Brooke.
Thanks, Tom. So, Bill, we know you're okay to dance tonight. How is your leg feeling?
The leg feels pretty good because we've been working on it. We've been icing and the red light, the cool laser. And so it's pretty good.
A lot of medical treatment going on back here. Now, the two of you had to get pretty creative to survive tonight and to protect your legs. So tell me about this. What's going on here?
What do you mean? This is something I had in the closet.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You didn't makeshift this, Bill?
No, it's future girl, future guy.
I also heard that you did some crazy blood new treatment this week.
Oh, yes. We did the platelet-rich plasma, which is... it's where they take platelets from your blood out of your arm and poke them into the tendon to be repaired area. And it irritates the muscle, or excites the muscles in the right way, the cells in the right way, to bring them around faster than they would otherwise.
All right, well, we're going to see if it pays off. You've got a few more minutes to rest.
I'm 46 years old. I'm still an active athlete, like to swim, bike, and run whenever I can. Had experienced some knee issues over the years with orthopedic knee surgery. It got progressively worse, my knee. I have stage 4 osteoarthritis in my left knee, so you have a lot of bone-on-bone issues. So it went from discomfort when exercising to simply discomfort when sleeping. It would wake me up in the middle of the night, just achy. Not a sharp pain per se, but it became a constant dull ache where you're taking more over-the-counter medications just to kind of get back to normal again. Have not found a solution or something that would help work and alleviate some of the pain and discomfort I'm experiencing when I exercise in my knees. Not a lot. I already had orthopedic surgery for a tear in my knee. The next was a replacement, which I wasn't quite ready for. I'm in that limbo stage of you're bad, but not bad enough. I checked with some different orthopedic surgeons about the options, but there wasn't really any place to go at this time until it got worse. I was a little nervous about what to expect on that. I hadn't done that before, but talking to Dr. Cassisi, I felt very comfortable in what was going to happen. I had 2 sessions done with that. The first session, you take about 6 or 8 weeks off from exercise. So of course you feel better then because you're not exercising. But I did feel noticeably better after the first session, and more so after I had a second follow-up session. Immediately I could sleep through the night better. I didn't have that ache as constant as before. I'm still leery of when I exercise, not as hard as I used to because I don't want to damage the effects yet, but I really do like the fact that I'm not being awoke in the middle of the night. It's easier to get in and out of the car, it's easier to go up and down steps, so that was a great relief for me not to have to swallow a bunch of pills every day and the Tylenols to get through my day, and now the PRP really helps me get functioning better every day. When someone asks me, well, should I do that? It depends on where you are in the stage of your injury or your knee ailments or whatever ails you, I should say. If you're not at the point where you have to get a replacement or major surgery, I would definitely recommend PRP. The last choice I want to do is any kind of surgical intervention. So I would try this several times first before I'd go to a full-blown surgery schedule. So I would definitely recommend someone go see Dr. Casasilla, at least to get a consultation, to get some more clinical information on what to expect, what it entails, and what it could really do for you. It changed my life. I think minimally invasive was a big part for me. The time involved of the session itself, the costs were very reasonable for this type of treatment strategy. It wasn't an all or nothing option. The problem with steroids is they become less effective over time, they're not good for your body, and you can't keep repeating those doses, whereas none of that is true with PRP. You can do it again and again. I would suggest probably multiple sessions. It worked for me that way, and I didn't see any downside to that obviously versus a surgery. Oh, absolutely. The day-to-day activities have improved greatly for me. You know, I'm never going to be a 20-year-old athlete again, but that's not PRP's fault. Certainly the fact that I can sleep through the night, I can function, I can get out of my car, carry my kids around, that's helped a great deal that way. And I'm not a big fan of taking aspirin or Tylenol all the time, and now I don't. I rarely take those anymore. The one thing probably was I'm kicked myself for waiting so long. I was looking around kind of lost on what options I have. I knew I didn't want surgery, but there wasn't a whole lot else out there. So I wish I would have found something like this sooner. So I'm glad Dr. Casasilla is in town to help with that, because there's no reason now not to go talk and get an evaluation of what it might do for you. Oh, a whole lot better. Obviously, surgery was exponentially more expensive than PRP. It's a fraction of the price. You're in and out in an hour versus surgery of all that rehab and appointment visits and therapy sessions. And all I had to really do was moderate my exercise afterwards for about 6 weeks. So it was definitely a win-win that way. None at all. I scheduled my appointment late in the afternoon, was there an hour, was on a Friday, was back at work on Monday, and even was allowed to do things that weekend. So it's minimally invasive. There's no downtime per se at all. It's a fraction of the cost, and my only regret is it took so long to do it.
If you have persistent neck or back pain, remember, narcotics are addictive and surgery is irreversible. Call Sarasota Neurology now at 941-955-5858 for your consultation and evaluation for PRP therapy.